beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Miami. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitz,
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
and it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob Melinda with big pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Rodgers on the return. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On play action, now McCarthy. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big pickup of 38.
Gain of 38 yards. That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. He's got it to Williams. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's McCarthy. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And his kick here is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. In motion, the tight end. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Out of the gun is a give to Achane. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. You look at this defense for the Vikings. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Azeez Ojulari. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. On the return, it's Rodgers. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
On play action, McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Vikings.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Throwing is McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pass caught right side by Loveland. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Vikings first down.
Looking to throw McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now will be third down. To the air with McCarthy. To the left side, he's got his tight end Loveland. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it with 4th down and 1.
For the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Our eyes shift now to the Vikings defense. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators through the years, you liked when you heard those words, get off the field.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Maybe you didn't like it when you heard those words.
It depended on when they were yelling them. But in this situation, absolutely perfect. Get off the field, force a punt, let the offense take over and do their thing, and it resulted in a field goal.
Now we'll see if they can do that again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brings up third down.
From the gun, it's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Off the play action. Tagovailoa. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
And 14.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And he's building his case for MVP consideration with each passing week. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. There's a short one caught by Logan. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down.
The run straight ahead with Genti. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 31. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. McCarthy is set to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's good for Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 40.
Tua going to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Ochan. This offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. Up to the 20.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. McCarthy off the play fake. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
32 yards. That's another Vikings.
Now McCarthy. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
A run out of the gun with Genti. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he will have the Vikings first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
That's another Vikings first down. A gain of 7. First down, Minnesota.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here now, 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Here's H.A. to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Waddle. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if you're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. Pushes past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy. They'll find Williams on the slant. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It is week 13. Things starting to get a little nervy in some circles. The home stretch starting to creep closer. Let's go to the highlights. Our spin around the NFL starts now at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The Cardinals at home to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. And this is the Cardinals wideout. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. He'll take it 65 yards to the end zone. The Cardinals wind up taking this one by a touchdown. From there, let's go out to Denver, checking in on the Broncos as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And it's the veteran Baker Mayfield. He's going to take this one himself. He also had 2 touchdown passes in the game. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns taking on the New Orleans Saints. And here's the Saints wideout. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Saints find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. With that, we take a look at the rest of what's going on here in week number 13. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On play action, now McCarthy. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is McCarthy. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, it's Genty. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of 15. First down, Vikings.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
On his own read again to Genty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it brings up third down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ashton Genty, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 1st down, back to Achane. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try to break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3rd and 9 here.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw McCarthy. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a back 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Dolphins 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. To the air with McCarthy. There's a short one caught by Loveland. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's down the field for Jefferson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. There'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up the 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And here's Rodgers on the return. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. For the Vikings offense, and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
17 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Vikings.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. McCarthy operating from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
That's another Vikings.
On the give, Kinetik. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
From the gun, it's Tua. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Gomez. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
Second and 4.
That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. The tight end in motion right. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
That's another Dolphins.
They'll run. H.M. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now McCarthy. It's complete to Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Tua going to throw. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game. Even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. And now out comes Minnesota. And they look to cash in. Excellent field position. 4-yard line, 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Looking to pass. Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
Here's Tua. This one thrown underneath to Achane. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Hill going to go in motion right. Now Tua. And the ball is out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. J.J. McCarthy taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, the pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. this one across the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Second and 4.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. A run straight ahead with H.M. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw that side, taken in by Hill. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
The Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. H.M. sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Genty. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now 3rd down and 6.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.